Praise God, whom is and whom will rule forever and ever. It's another great day that the Lord has blessed for us fellow brothers and sisters in union with Christ. Let's check on the vision to John about our most awaited prophets of God. I was then given a stick that looked like a measuring rod, and was told, "Go and measure the temple of God and the altar, and count those who are worshipping in the temple. But do not measure the outer courts, because they have been given to the heathen, who will trample on the holy city for 42 months. I will send my 2 witnesses dressed in sackcloth, and they will proclaim God's message during those 60 days. Listen carefully to this verse. I will send my 2 witnesses dressed in sackcloth, and they will proclaim God's message during those 60 days. The 2 witnesses are the 2 olive trees and the 2 lamps that stand before the Lord of the earth. If anyone tries to harm them, fire comes out of their mouths and destroys their enemies, and in this way whoever tries to harm them will be killed. They have authority to shut up the sky so that there will be no rain during the time they proclaim God's message. They have authority also over the springs of water, to turn them into blood. They have authority also to strike the earth with every kind of plague as often as they wish. The 2 prophets, they have authority to shut up the sky so that there will be no rain during the time they proclaim God's message. They have authority also over the springs of water, to turn them into blood. They have authority also to strike the earth with every kind of plague as often as they wish. When they finish proclaiming their message, the beast that comes up out of the abyss will fight against them. He will defeat them and kill them. And their bodies will lie in the street of the great city, where their Lord was crucified. The symbolic name of that city is Sodom, or Egypt. People from all nations, tribes, languages, and races will look at their bodies for 3.5 days and will not allow them to be buried. The people of the earth will be happy because of the death of these 2. They will celebrate and send presents to each other, because those 2 prophets brought much suffering upon the whole human race. After 3.5 days a life-giving breath came from God and entered them, and they stood up, and all who saw them were terrified. Then the 2 prophets heard a loud voice say to them from heaven, "Come up here." As their enemies watched, they went up into heaven in a cloud. At that very moment there was a violent earthquake. 1/10 of the city was destroyed, and 7,000 people were killed. The rest of the people were terrified and praised the greatness of the God of heaven. The second horror is over, but the third horror will come soon. Katotohanan, di pa